Freeman behind him, the most accomplished active running back in college football. He slides through one, he gets through two, and again on the carry. And Yogi, this offense is described as lethal.
Up for the Heisman as a downhill running back.
To the air on second down. Lofted ball, far sideline. Breland makes the catch with a flag down. So a new set of downs for the Ducks. Herbert hands off, fly sweep. Charles Nelson turns it up. And he crashes down to the 20. Thunderbirds show blitz. Herbert throws behind it. Throws behind Breland. No problem. Touchdown.
Watch the eyes of Justin Herbert. Okay, fake the zone read. Eyes always downfield. Second reaction type play. Incredible adjustment by his tight end. And
Amadi just had his third career interception. None coming last season.
Snap infraction. Offense number 55.
The field to open his sophomore campaign. Hands off Freeman. Gets out of his end zone. Gets through traffic. Freeman dragged down at the 30. Yards on the ground.
well, you don't see that formation a lot. It's a pistol. It's I formation. Back in the day when Willie Taggart was at Stanford, the only difference is the quarterback was on.
Same look. And 2 yards on first.
So to read it, he can cut off it. Explosive plays can happen.
Ryan Bay, a tight end lined up in the backfield to block for him. Now that the national audience...
The standard around here was to continually play for those.
Third down 8, four-man rush. Downfield throw, looking for Nelson. A late flag should keep the drive alive.
Offensive coordinator Marcus Arroyo works with the receivers, works with the quarterbacks.
Defense number 3. The penalty will be enforced 15 yards from the previous
So much 15 yards per play in this opening period. Another pistol look here. Back to the grounds. A good penetration by that defensive front. A 4-3 defense from the chains on second down. Bootleg out of it. Herbert with all day. An open space. He whips it downfield inside the 30. Has Kenai Benoit in the game as his back Tony Brooks James split out in the slot to his right. He's the motion man. Play action. Herbert gets out to his right, and he can scramble. Out of bounds with
that position group.
Twin stack to each side. Here it is on the ground. Benoit makes a move, and he's down at the 10.
Brought an attitude to that position group.
Twin stack to each side. Here it is on the ground. Benoit makes a move, and he's down at the 10.
Team, we're going to play with power.
Downhill into the end zone. Great recruiters. Freeman gets the first touch, and he gets the edge, and he's got a first down.
Didn't take him long to say yes.
Right down the middle. How absurd that
room is where he's really become more vocal around this team.
To the sideline, and the catch for Dylan Mitchell.
You know, he starts to get used to this receiver position. He should have an explosive year.
Freeman follows his blocks for a new set of downs.
Going straight downhill. This is inside zone runs following the offensive line.
It's a good answer by the defensive front from the... Second down from the 17. Tony Brooks James makes a move. First and goal, Oregon. Herbert calling for it. And they'll run. Did Brooks James get in? Appears to be just shy. The Thunderbirds think they have the football.
It's all in the new phrases, all the new branding on campus as well.
Ducks start on the ground and not much doing up the middle. Perhaps 2. They will. On a false start. Looked like it was the pair of receivers up at the top.
False start. Offense number 13. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Back the seams of this defense.
Ducks have the football as we begin. Fly sweep. Nelson. Good block on the edge by Freeman, but not enough to turn the corner. And
after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 73.
31 yards for the Ducks. Screen left. They've got Freeman. He's got blockers, but he's got a long way to go. Bit of field. See if the Oregon offense can cash them in for points. First down from right at the 30-yard line. Nelson, the motion man. Play action, and he swings it out that way. In space 30. And shoved out inside the 20.
To Charles Nelson, big game.
Strong left from the left hash. They're pushing the action that way. Nice block on the perimeter. Gets a first down for Nelson on the catch.
Right there for Charles Nelson on his motion. Justin Herbert's eyes are perfect. He's looking at 21 the entire time, then checks it down That's graduate level stuff in my eyes.
Freeman bounces it to his right. Down at the 11. What did you manage with all of your travels to get that through security and properly planted before kickoff today? Look at Freeman driving. Defensive lineman Taylor Nelson down.
I'd be shocked to see him throw a slant right now.
Breland in the backfield with Freeman. They'll try to run for it. Nice cut behind his block inside. Freeman the lone back. He gets the carry. He gets the call, and he gets the touchdown. 16 different Ducks have tackles in this opening half. They give it back to the offense. Herbert, play action. Clean pocket. Now extends it to his right. Has Mitchell. Chose not to flip it over the top. Now tiptoes the sideline and takes his shots.
Thought his career was going to be in baseball.
Inside handoff. Kenai Benoit. Tough running inside the 40. First down Duck. Off the right shoulder of the quarterback Herbert. First down. A nice throw into space, just low. Dylan, the second down and 10. Johnny Johnson the third, alone at the top as a freshman receiver, as Herbert on the keeper. The next opponent is Mike Riley and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. There goes Benoit. Down the seam into the end zone. 29 yards.
On offense throughout this evening.
21 lined up in the backfield. Next to Herbert in the shotgun. Here's a hitch and a throw down the middle. Nelson makes the catch. First down play calling duties in 2015. And the Bulls went from 50-50 run to almost 2/3 run.
And the teams want to throw the ball all over the yard, but it's really not been the focus of this team. They want to go fast. They're going to have a variety of tempos.
So from across midfield, here's first down. Herbert delivers. Catch is made. Nelson on the move. And Lasso.
Out they work on every single day.
They fake it his way. And now throw into the hole. Dylan Mitchell. It's the same play that
Chance Pearson walk all the way out.
Freeman. Got a lane. Touchdown. Ducks.
Work that left, that top side of the screen right there.
Looking for a screen on first down. Freeman makes the catch. Gets through an ankle tackle. Breaks to the sideline, and he's spilled at the 45.
To the top, difficult for Southern Utah to substitute.
Deflected over the middle and incomplete. Freeman out of the backfield. Can use a timeout here.
Rightfully so, and all of a sudden 20-yard touchdown. When you have a tight end, JB, that can do things like that in the run game, you see right now in the pistol again, pulling the guard. That's old school Stanford power football. That's Mario Cristobal. And now you don't really know defensively what to key in on.
This is third down and 8. Time for Herbert. And his receiver Breland sits down right in the middle. Perfect. You draw him up, he catches for 10. Herbert feeling the pressure from his right. Gets it out to Freeman left. 2 missed tackles as he spills for another set.
See him right here. He's going to run. Royce Freeman, they call it getting in his wake. He gets in the wake like he's out on a surfboard, and all of a sudden, give him the rock on the outlet.
Herbert pulls it out again, looking for Breland, and he took a shot at the 5. 10. Take the handoff to Lovett, give it to Freeman, and he rides it into the end zone for another score. Ducks football as we resume, 9:17 to go, third quarter. Herbert with all day, launches downfield, behind the defense. The catch is made by Nelson.
After a big play, you get excited, JP, you know?
Freeman gets the call. Oh, what a stiff arm as he put the shoulder. Fly sweep. Oh, he hit the brakes. Did he find the end zone? He did. Nelson crosses the goal line for the score.
Keep it a secret the whole time, Yogi. Can you imagine for about a year not being able to tell your other players out there on the field, hey, we have this awesome idea.
And play as consistently as he has, not only tonight, but the rest of his career, the rest of the season's impressive.
Freeman still getting touches. And he gets more. First down from inside the 40. Herbert moves the pocket, throws inside the 10. And it's caught with a flag down. Has only added a new layer. 15 minutes back on the clock. Here we go. It's a solid run. Kenai Benoit weaving down the near sideline. And he's inside the 40.
Some hay, making plays. You're like, all right, give me the rock, man. Let me do my thing here.
Taylor Alley is in at quarterback, and he gives.
To come from this community. He and, as you referenced, the starting quarterback.
Look at the vision of Benoit. One more cut to the outside, and he finds Peter. No, just down.
Patience. What patience? Set my block, trust my O-line. Up, cut backside, put my foot in the ground, and let me show you that little burst that I got.
First and goal. Back to Benoit. And he's in.
All the frustrations from a year ago that just got let out in one play, and it just happened to be the first play of the entire 2017 campaign.
Darren McNeil on the fly sweep. Got a great block on the edge, and he turns the corner for a first down.
And he's a former quarterback as well.
Alley chucks it. Far side. Catch made in front of the Ducks sideline. Duzen. Second down 2. That run stops.
And it has been already. I mean, keep in mind, he's from the same high school as Justin Herbert. Somebody to talk to. You need an outlet. And I think when you're looking at Taylor Alley and then more specifically Marcus Arroyo, the quarterback's coach.
How about that throwback? Brooks James with nothing but twilight.
Plays at a young age in the National Football League, tutored by Jeff Tedford, so he's been in spotlights in pressure-type situations.
What a block Brooks James got.
In class, the number 1 in the country, not just in the Pac-12 Conference. So I think this brand is going to be so hot with the young players that we're seeing tonight, kicking the thing off in the Willie Taggart era. Marcus Arroyo, young, the energy he has. He's got multiple, I think, future head coaches on this staff. Away from the game of football, and every quarterback goes through these moments, whether you're a Heisman winner, whether you're the backup. You know, when you're in that spotlight, even in Tampa Bay, I mean, he's seen a ton. So just that perspective at the position with the pressures around it, with Justin Herbert being such a star in this community, I think is vital in a season's record and how it finished. Obviously the change in coaching staff that needs to come in and build the morale before you can build the X's and O's.
Alley dances in.
Guys, depends on, you know, if Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen or Jake Browning, they're all draft eligible. Depends on what they do, but is the one on the far right, which is Josh Rosen. I can't wait to see that.
He'll be the last one we get to see on this Labor Day weekend.
Point is, he's been in the spotlight. His first game as a true freshman, goes off against Virginia. Because we put him on these pedestals. We do it at the Elite 11, I get it. But you have to sometimes just allow them to just be 20 years old for a second and just take a minute and have a different perspective on the game.
Brendan Schooler made a catch there. He was just asked to switch sides of the football to help with the numbers at wide receiver, so he's only about 3 weeks into his wide receiver training. Back to the ground on second down.
Football back, man. I mean, doesn't really get any better than this.
Thankfully, it never goes away on Pac-12 Network and Pac-12.com. McNeil on the sweep, cuts it inside. Kate Scott